We need to talk about Patrick Agyemang. Ever since Patrick Agyemang has made his debut for USA men's national team, he has performed and scored goals. In fact, he is the fastest player to score 5 goals for USA men's national team since Josie Altidore. However, during this window in the 2 warm-up friendlies and the Gold Cup, his performances have divided opinions, ranging from the most positive opinions to the most negative opinions. And we need to talk about this. So let's first off look at some of these negative opinions. Patrick Agyemang is the worst striker who has played meaningful minutes since it's been a while. Meanwhile, Patrick Agyemang remains one of the worst players I've ever seen for US men's national team. He's absolutely shocking. Agyemang is the worst US men's national player of all time. It's not even close. Not even close. Patrick Agyemang is the worst striker I've ever seen wear a US shirt. It's genuinely unbelievable that he manages to still get a nod over Downs every game. Agyemang is the worst player to ever put on a US men's national team shirt. Genuinely horrible at every aspect of the game. By far. Nah, I'm so fucking done with all the Agyemang MLS-fueled hype. Dude is fucking ass. He's dog shit. There's no reason he should be in the national team, less as a starter. Don Garber must be pressuring Poach bad, because I just don't understand how he keeps starting. Now, if you go to Twitter or TikTok or a lot of other social media, you're going to see a lot of similar opinions about Patrick Agyemang, such as what you just saw there. That wasn't even really me cherry picking. This is just dime a dozen stuff that I'm seeing online. However, there is a distinct divide in something that creates this divide between those that praise Patrick Agyemang versus those that were criticizing him, such as what I showed before. So let's take a look at 2 people that have been very praising of Patrick Agyemang's performances so far.
For me, I hear different arguments. He's a number 9 that makes things happen. He does. And you can talk about clinical finishing and so on. He makes things happen. He drags people along. I know there's going to be some people out there that disagree with me. Show me another US 9 who is dangerous. And dangerous can be categorized a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
But show me another one. And he can do things on his own, LD. And as a U.S. striker, we've talked about this over and over and over again throughout the years. A U.S. number 9 has to be able to do things by themselves on their own. These games are comfortable, but when stuff really starts flying, you're going to be isolated.
I mean, he gets so much crap from people, and people don't understand the sport, and they don't understand that you can be effective without being like this clean, clinical. Of course, if he was a clean, clinical, he'd be playing at Barcelona. You know what I mean? Like, give the guy some credit. He's 24. He's making a great career for himself. In his first 9 U.S. men's national team appearances, he's scored 5 goals.
Yep.
That means he's tied with a guy who was pretty damn good, Josie Altidore, for the 6th fewest games needed to score 5 goals. He doesn't need to be a world beater, but he's been really effective for this group.
And that was obviously Tim Howard and Landon Donovan, 2 of the best players to ever play for USA men's national team. And both of them are fans. And for obvious reason, my take on Patrick Agyemang is going to be much more similar to theirs than the random people on Twitter. And that's where the divide comes. And Patrick Agyemang, to me, is almost like a soccer IQ test. Those with a high soccer IQ can appreciate him. They understand that he's flawed and he's not a full polished product, like Landon Donovan said. If he had the silky smooth skills to go along with his physical qualities, his work rate, his ability to hold up the ball, his ability to cause chaos in the other team's defense, and maybe even the most important quality he draws defenders to him, creating space for our creative attacking midfielders like Diego Luna and Malik Tillman. So if he had everything, he would be at Barcelona and he might be in the Ballon d'Or conversation. But because he's not silky smooth, because he's a little unorthodox, a little awkward looking, he receives more hate than probably any USA men's national team player I've seen in recent history. And here's the thing. If you're going to try to tell me that you know more about soccer, and US soccer in particular, about the USA men's national team than both Tim Howard and Landon Donovan, I have nothing to say to you. you're not worth my time. And here's the thing, it's not just those two. Several other USA men's national team players of the past have also come out praising Agyemang. And most of us that are praising him are not saying he's the full finished product. We are making the argument that Patrick Agyemang has put in a good argument to be the third string striker for USA in the World Cup next summer. He's going to be behind Balogun and Pepe for that third string position. And in that position, I think he provides a useful tool. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he has a good work rate, he holds up the ball well, and he just works so hard. It's not always pretty, but he creates things for himself and his teammates, and him occupying the other team's defense is going to open up space for players like Christian Pulisic, Diego Luna, Timothy Weah, Weston McKennie, and more. Put some respect on Patrick Agyemang's name. This guy is a guy that went from playing Division III college soccer in America to playing MLS for Charlotte, and now he is starting for USA men's national team in the Gold Cup. This guy deserves more respect. Those of you talking shit, you guys need to check yourselves.